This October, we welcome back the Witches Festival and everything Halloween in ESO. This year's event will run from October 24th through November 6th. We are bringing back some old traditions, but also bringing in some new scares for the season. In this video, we will cover what's new this year, a full walkthrough of what you can do during this event, as well as some tips and tricks from veteran players. For a full written version of this guide, you can check out our website at thegameroom.tv. Link is in the description below. So let's start out with what's new. This year, in addition to the usual 8 Dremora Plunder Skulls, you will also be able to obtain 2 additional Dremora Plunder Skulls, one from the Infinite Archive and one from defeating the new boss, Lord Hollowjack. You heard right, there is a new Witches Festival exclusive boss this year, and before you start to worry, the Crowborn Horror isn't going anywhere. This will be in addition to our dead avian friend. Before you can fight Lord Hollowjack, you need to pick up and complete a new quest called the Lord of Fear. You can find this quest by visiting Priest Maxian Radiel inside the Witch's Cove. He will task you with rescuing 3 haunted people in Grotwood, Deshawn, and Stormhaven. After rescuing these people, you will head to the seat of Detritus to face Lord Hollowjack. Much like the Crowborn Horror, this fight will be much easier with some friends. After you fell the Lord Hollowjack, you'll be rewarded with the Lord Hollowjack Trophy and the Pumpkin Plunderer achievement. There is also a chance for the Lord Hollowjack bust to drop as well.
You will only need to save the individuals once. Any additional quests you complete after the first one, you can go directly to challenge Lord Hollowjack. This should save you some time.
As for loot, here's all the new items you may be able to pick up during this festival. First, dropping from Plunder Skulls, you can find the new Eltheric Revenant outfit style pages, the new Plunder Skull Blunder memento, and the new Horned Owl Feathers pet fragments. Note that the Horned Owl Feathers will also grant an achievement that will unlock a Crown Store freebie. If you complete the achievement during the Witches Festival event period, you'll be able to claim the Grizzly Mummy costume for free in the Crown Store. We have more details in the blog on our website. As previously mentioned, dropping from the Lord Hollowjack fight, you will have the chance to get the new Lord Hollowjack Trophy and the Lord Hollowjack bust. The Impresario will also have the first 2 fragments for the Haven of the 5 Companions house, Lear's Titanborn's key and Baron Aquilarius's key, for 10 tickets each. If you have never participated in this long-standing ESO event, or you just need a refresher on everything you need to do and how to participate in the event, we've got you covered. For first-timers or those that want to complete the introductory quest again, you can head to the Witch's Cove in Oregon, Glenumbra, or Stone Falls. Here you'll pick up the quest, The Witch Mother's Bargain. You can also obtain the free event quest starter from the Crown Store. To complete this, you'll want to collect guts and pumpkins from around Tamriel. If you really need some help, you can get these items from traders or ask a guild if they have extra to spare, but they shouldn't be too hard to come by. Once you have these, return to Witch Mother Olive and you'll receive your Witch Mother's Whistle tool if it is your first time doing this quest. A note, compared to previous years, you do not need to use the whistle to get the 100% XP buff. It is passive. But if this is your first time getting it, it is part of an achievement we'll talk about a little later, so you're going to want it. Throughout this event, you can obtain reward coffers known as Plunder Skulls. You will be able to earn 1 Dremora Plunder Skull reward coffer per account per day from the following sources: any arena, any world event, including things like Dark Anchors, Geysers, Murmur Mosaics, any delve boss, the final boss of any group dungeon, any public dungeon boss or sweeper boss from Imperial City, the final boss on any trial, any world boss, defeating the Crowborn Horror, and as mentioned, new this year, you can also obtain 2 new Dremora Plunder Skulls from Infinite Archive and defeating Lord Hollowjack. Again, you will be able to get 10 of these premium Plunder Skulls each day. You'll earn 2 event tickets per day as well as the skulls the first time you complete any of those activities. Whether it is a public group dungeon boss or a final trial boss, it doesn't matter, you'll get those 2 tickets. Once you earn your premium skull from each activity, you can continue to earn more regular plunder skulls from repeating any of those activities on the aforementioned list. In the skulls, you'll have a chance to get returning items such as the Dremora and Hollowjack style pages, Glenmoral Weird Treasure Maps, Glenmoral Weird Armor Outfit style pages, and the Crowborn Hunter outfit style pages. You will also be able to get the new drops this year, which include the Eltheric Revenant outfit style pages, the Plunder Skull Blunder memento, as well as fragments for the Horned Owl pet. Additionally, you can also get alchemy and other crafting materials, festival-themed furnishing recipes and furnishings, festival-themed provisioning recipes, which in our opinion are some of the best in the game, as well as treasures and bait for fishing. If you are looking for specific Dremora motif pages, they will drop from very specific types of content. Legs and bows will be dropping from arenas. Belts and staves drop from delve bosses. Helmets and maces come from group dungeon final bosses. Gloves and daggers come from incursions, as well as the Lord Hollowjack and Crowborn Horror bosses. Boots and shields will come from public dungeon bosses and Imperial City Sweeper bosses. Chests and swords come from final trial bosses. Shoulders and axes come from world bosses. And finally, all weapon pages will come from Infinite Archive. The Crowborn Horror is an event-specific quest and boss you can fight during this event. To start, you'll want to pick up the Plucking the Crow repeatable quest from Witch Mother Terma. She can be found at the Impresario tents in each of the Witch's Coves. She'll want you to collect 30 feathers, which you can get from opening Dremora or regular Plunder Skulls. Once you have 30, you will return to the cove and complete the ritual to open the portal. Enter the portal to defeat the Crowborn Horror and return to the cottage via the portal to turn in your quest and receive your Plunder Skull. As previously mentioned, there is a new event-specific quest and boss you can also encounter this year. To pick up this new quest, visit Priest Maxian Radiel inside the Witch's Cove. He will task you with rescuing 3 haunted people in Grotwood, Deshawn, and Stormhaven. After rescuing these people, you'll need to head to the seat of Detritus to face Lord Hollowjack. After you fell the Lord Hollowjack, return to the priest for your reward. The final part of the Witches' Festival is a little bit of crafting via Witches' Writs. You can obtain Witches' Festival writs from Plunder Skulls during the event, which will task you with creating some Halloween-themed recipes. These recipes will drop from Plunder Skulls during the event. If you are part of the Foxden Guild, feel free to ask. We have a ton of leftovers from years past. Complete and turn these writs in order to obtain writ vouchers and progress toward the Wicked Writ Witch achievement, say that 5 times fast, which will grant you a witch's hat and witch's title. Note that you will need 28 total writs to complete this achievement. Now that we know what's out there, let's talk about what the Impresario has to offer. She will continue to have all 3 fragments for the Molag Bal Illusion Imp Pet. She will also have the first 2 fragments for the Haven of the 5 Companions house, as previously mentioned. You can also purchase Sensual Horned Owl pet fragments and the Plunder Skull Blunder memento. The Impresario will also have the usual Witches' Festival themed furnishings, group repair kits, Companion Guild commendations, and the Witches' Grab Bag. This grab bag will grant you collectibles from past Witches' Festivals. They will be curated to make sure you always receive items you don't already have. If you have all the items, you will not be able to purchase the grab bag. The Impresario's assistant will continue to carry forward the same collectibles, including Hide Shoulders style page, the Aurora Firepot spider instructions, the Dagonic Quasigriff mount fragments, the Unstable Morpholith pet fragments, Soulfire Dragon illusion pet fragments, and will be rotating in the Daggerfall Paladin costume fragments. This event will also bring in the new quarterly rotation of Indrix at the Indrik vendor. You can acquire the base Indrik feathers, as well as morphing berries for the Pure Snow and Crimson Indrix. You can also get their matching pets. Finally, as the event guide tradition here in the Fox Den, we have some tips and tricks we've learned over the years to make the most of your event. And we have a lot of tips for this one, so hang in there. Check your tickets before you turn in a quest. You can only hold up to 12 tickets at a time. No one wants to defeat a boss only to have to do it again because you didn't have room for tickets. Before you buy from the Impresario, test the drop rate of event goodies. Tickets are valuable, so save them for the things that don't drop if you can. Also, ask your guildies or check the Foxden Guild Bank for free resources if you're part of any of our in-game guilds. Sometimes people have extra they're willing to share. Exhaust your options before buying. Items purchased from the Impresario are bound, but items from coffer drops are tradable and able to be sold on guild traders. There is a 5-minute cooldown on Plunder Skull drops. If you are on PC, the Plunder Skull Timer add-on will help track to make sure you get the most for your efforts. The Exercise Coven Cottage is a great buy from the Crown Store during this time, but you also have the ability to purchase this for in-game gold by completing the Witches' Festival Upsparing Harvest achievement. To get this achievement, you will need to complete the following: earn 100 Plunder Skulls, complete the Witch Mother's Bargain intro quest, drink the Witch Mother's brew during the event. Note that you will need to use your whistle to summon this brew, and you'll need to learn all 14 Hollowjack style pages. Once complete, you will get an awesome title and the ability to purchase this home for 250,000 gold. One question we get asked frequently is, what is the Ninetales' favorite farming area? We happen to be partial to Deshawn. There is a triangle with the Dire Bramble Patch World Boss, Triple Circle Mine Delve, and Lagomir Dolmen. Similarly, the Obsidian Gorge Way Shrine to the west of Mournhold and Deshawn has a Delve, Dolmen, and PD all next to each other. Another great area to farm quickly. Remember that you need to get in enough damage for a boss to be lootable in public areas, so drop an ulti or group up because group damage count towards the total damage done. World events are some of the best ways to get a coffer because everyone gets a cache at the end regardless of how much damage you do. Make sure you have the necessary recipe and skill level to complete a writ before consuming it. Once you consume it, you'll need to complete it, or you'll have to drop it before accepting another. If you're looking for the quickest dungeon to farm, Fungal Grotto 1 is the perfect option. Hit the first 2 goblin bosses, jump down the waterfall, and hit the final boss. Skull acquired. Complete Maelstrom Arena or Vadashran Hollows on as many characters as you can prior to the event, but don't complete the last arena. Finish the last boss during the event for your skull. This will save you the time during the event. Spend your precious time farming quicker bosses to get more skulls. If you're looking for a power leveling opportunity, complete all your master writs during the event. On top of the event double XP passive, pop a bonus XP scroll or drink a Sigic Ambrosia to get even more XP. If you're looking to make some money off this event, we have a few tips for that as well. Don't sell event drops, except writs, during the event. Play the long game and sell 6 to 8 months from now when the excess inventory falls off and prices bounce back. Writs here are an exception. Those will go for a lot of gold at the beginning of the event as players scramble to get their title and hat quickly to wear for the event. Farm the long content like trials and arenas for style pages because these will sell for the most money. Players don't want to farm the long content, so there will be less pages available to saturate the market. As previously mentioned, bringing friends for the Crowborn Horror and Lord Hollowjack fights are super important. It'll make the fights much quicker and much easier. There is a mechanic in the Lord Hollowjack fight that can one-shot players if you're not sneaking, so be ready to sneak like you do in March of Sacrifices. This is easily one of our favorite events, and this year is going to be even more fun with a new boss. As a reminder, you can find a full written guide on our website at thegameroom.tv. We hope you get out there and get all the skulls and all the loot during this event. Happy hunting!